Welcome back for today's NBA pick video play for April 25th, 2019. And this one talking about this Western Conference matchup between the Denver Nuggets and the San Antonio Spurs as we head into Game 6. And we're going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under with that total number relatively low here at about 208 points. Now, we saw things tick a bit lower scoring in Game 5. Denver, the home court advantage behind them in that one. And the Nuggets actually leveraged more of their defensive strengths successfully in that victory over the Spurs, taking them down by a final of 108-90. And because of that strong defensive performance, we have seen this total shift down just a little bit here to about 208 points. Now, when we were back in San Antonio, actually two of the higher scoring games within this series thus far. In Game 3, the Spurs coming through in that one by a final of 118-108, but then coming up short in Game 4 where the Nuggets came through by a final of 117-103. And San Antonio was actually in a pretty good position after Game 3, up 2-1 in the series, going into Game 4 at home, but falling short. Disappointing result there for the Spurs on their home court where they have just a tremendous home court advantage, and then the Nuggets were able to carry that positive momentum over into Game 5 on their own home court, now having the 3-2 lead of their own. It's been pretty impressive what the Nuggets have been able to do to try to turn around their fortunes within this series, and now they have 2 games left to try to just get one victory. If they come up short here in San Antonio, they still get another crack at it in Game 7 at home, but they're going to be trying to finish off the Spurs in this one if they can. On the year, the Nuggets were a bit more of a defensive-oriented group in contrast to the Spurs. They were 6th in the NBA in total team defense compared to 20th in scoring average, and the average total that we got in a Nuggets game throughout the year was about 218 points, so quite a bit higher than the 208 we're getting in today's matchup. And the Spurs, even a slightly higher scoring team than the Nuggets. They were 18th in the NBA in scoring, 12th in total team defense, and just very slightly higher in terms of their overall average totals that we've seen from them throughout the year. But both these teams averaging quite a bit higher than the total we're getting in this matchup. But you also have to consider the fact that this is a postseason game and every possession means that much more. So sometimes you can get these grinded out type matchups. Thus far within the postseason, we've seen quite a mixed bag of results. Some actually have been very low scoring, but then we've also seen a lot of higher scoring games as well. It's just been kind of an interesting mix, and it's kind of depended on the matchups and how those particular series have played out. But in this one, we've generally gone to the higher side of things. That wasn't the case, however, in Game 5, but now coming back to San Antonio, where we had 2 of the higher scoring games thus far in the series, we have more confidence in the Spurs potentially coming through and having a better offensive performance behind their home court advantage compared to what they showed in Game 5 on the road. And with that being the case, we feel like the over 208 is going to be the better value bet. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. You can check out all of our picks over at stumpthespread.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for our next video.